Help you?
I got something fresh for you.
What is it?
This is a Will Smith owned and worn jacket on the album Home Base.
That's pretty cool. You know how to find Will Smith in the snow?
I can only guess.
You look for the Fresh Prince.
I came to the pawn shop today to sell my jacket owned and worn by Will Smith on the TV show Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and also on his album Home Base. The jacket is in mint condition. I've only worn it a couple times out. I'm hoping to get 33 grand for the jacket.
I mean, Fresh Prince is pretty cool. Right off the bat, I see Home Base, the album, and this was a really cool album. It had Summertime on it, which actually won him a Grammy. Will Smith and Jazzy Jeff actually met in high school, and at about 16, they started making music together, and shortly after started putting out albums. His nickname was actually Prince Charming in high school. When you meet Will or when you see him walking around, he just has this charming attitude. When he decided to start rapping, he changed it over to Fresh Prince because it sounded a little more hip-hop. What did you like about Will Smith?
Well, you know, I grew up in the 90s, so I was a big fan of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was like no other TV show, you know? I actually even think I recall him wearing this in Fresh Prince. I used to watch it quite often. Actually, it was on for 6 years, 1990 to 1996. But by 1995, Will Smith starred in the blockbuster Bad Boys, which changed his career forever. He's a household name now. Well, let's take a look at it. Sometimes it's hard to authenticate stuff like this.
You can compare the similarities from the jacket to the album. Right here, you have the dot, the line, and the stain. And if you look on the album, the stain is actually on the album.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
I think I see it there. So, how much are you looking to get?
I'm looking for a small amount of $33,000.
Before I shell out a small amount like $33,000, I'm gonna have to have someone come down and take a look at this. If you have a little bit of time, I'm gonna call a buddy of mine down. If he tells me that he believes this is the same jacket Will Smith owned, then we'll talk about a price.
Sounds good to me, man.
Give me just a few minutes, okay?
No problem.
I have this Will Smith worn jacket is what he says.
Okay, it's certainly recognizable. So, yeah, Will Smith, Fresh Prince, DJ Jazzy Jeff, I mean, he was one of the starters of the hip-hop scene. He was hugely popular. Anything from Will Smith is always good to have. And the farther you go back, especially in his hip-hop days, hip-hop collectibles right now are one of the hottest marketplaces out there. And the jacket certainly looks like it was on that cover.
On the cover, there appears to be a stain right here, and it's either the same stain or he did a really good job at faking it.
All right, let's take a closer look at this. No, it's there, for sure. No set markings or studio markings or names written in it or anything like that?
Nothing like that.
So what makes me think that this is Will Smith's personal jacket that he probably brought to set is the fact that there aren't any studio markings on there. There's no prop numbers.
Right.
If it was a prop from the show, it would definitely have those markers. That's how they find it in their inventory.
So, with what we have in front of us, can you authenticate this as his? And if so, how much of a value could you put on it?
I'd like to have more provenance. But what's in front of me, yes, it's legit. I can see the stains, they match. As far as value goes, for this jacket, I think tomorrow I could sell it to my producer friends for their studios, $7,500.
Okay, well, I appreciate you coming down.
Good to see you again, Chum. Best of luck to you.
All right, well, you heard what Tall Rob had to say, and he has some bad news for you on the price, but I think he delivered some good news when he told you that he thinks it's authentic.
Correct.
So with that being said, I would offer you about $4,500 for it.
$4,500 is just not gonna do it for me.
Just so I'm comfortable here, and I know this jacket ain't walking out on me, what's your bottom price?
$15,000 would be walking out the door without the jacket, and I'm not even happy about that.
All right, well, I'd have to pass on it. Look, if you change your mind and you decide you want to sell it for $4,500, bring it in. Long as the stain's still there, we got a deal.
Thank you very much, man.
Have a good day.
You too, appreciate it. I am glad the expert had agreed that it's authentic, but as far as the value, I think he was a little bit low. I'm sure there's another fan out there who would enjoy this much more than I would if they had the funds for it.